lights are off and away they go.
Extremely loose. He's managed to hold on. He missed the complete. He's crazy.
As I said, Freitas is on the grass on the infield before. He slides through. He tags Richard Eck.
Hello, Internet viewers, and welcome to the Global Sim Racing Channel and its debut broadcast of the Bootleg Racing League. We at GSRC are thrilled to bring you tonight's BRL-sanctioned event. That is the Outlaw Series, the Outlaw Season 1 finale from New Smyrna Raceway. 75 laps of circular excitement for these modifieds. I'm your host, Bill Soupzon. With me today in the booths is Sean Ambrose. Turning the knobs and pushing the sliders is our director, Giancarlo Lenzi. And the camera locations have been provided, as always, by Dougie Beard. Now let me start out by saying I've been a fan of oval racing ever since I saw Parnelli Jones' turbine car coast to a stop so frustratingly close to winning the 1967 Indy 500. However, my oval sim racing experience is limited, to put it kindly. Fortunately for me and for all of you, we have sitting with me in the booth tonight someone with plenty of experience and knowledge of this track and these cars. Sean, I'm so glad to have you with me tonight. What can you tell us about New Smyrna Raceway and these modifieds?
Well, Bill, it's great to be with you tonight, man. This is a really legendary track in modified circles. This thing has been around for quite a long time. All the greats in NASCAR and other levels of racing all cut their teeth here and have been drivers here. Ryan Newman, Tony Stewart, Kyle Busch, Mark Martin, Jeff Bodine. Legendary modified drivers such as Richie Evans and Jimmy Spencer and Charlie Jazumbach, guys, the Myers brothers. Everybody's been here one time or another. It's just a little less than a half a mile, 0.48. They've got it rated at it. The turns are banked at about 18 to 20 degrees. The really fast way around this track in a SK modified that is about 400, just under 400 horsepower, but with a lot of torque, is just diving that car deep into the turns, as deep as you can get it in there on the brake, and then back out under power as quickly as you can. And you'll see them throw the power down at night, Bill, because they get off these turns really fast. They get up really close to the wall off. You don't want to get too close, though, because if you bend these things up just a little bit, knock that toe out, you're going to have cars got to turn to get around this place. If you can't turn it, you can't drive it, and that could be a factor tonight. They've got 75 laps to do it. It only takes a little over 17 seconds to get around here, so this thing could click off pretty quick. It is the final race of the season. There are championships to be won and trophies to be taken, so this should be a really exciting event tonight, Bill.
Yeah, at these fast lap times, if they can keep this clean, we'll be out of here before my wife knows I'm gone here. Let's talk about, this is the final race of the championship. It's an 11-race series. This is the finale. Now, Lowell Jewell has 81 points, and he's 2 points up on his nearest competitor, Tim Knott. Now, because of this strange point system that they have where you get 10 points for a win, and second through fifth get 9 points, and sixth through eighth get 8 points. The way I got this figured is Lowell Jewell can lock this thing up if he can finish eighth or better tonight. He won't have to worry about what Tim Knott does. Now, Tim Knott has 79 points, 2 points back. Ernest Brown, 77. In fourth place is Michael Holloway, 76. 73 is Donnie Moore, and also tied with 73 is Brian Neff. Now, there are two winners, two-time winners this season, Matt Hoos and Ronald Henry. And I think I saw Henry's name here today, and I think I also saw Matt, so I think both those guys are here tonight. It's going to be interesting. Couple points we have to go over here before they start rolling out for the pace lap. Sean, first thing we want to talk about is this series has a rule: no tire change. 75 laps on one set of tires.
Yeah, and if you do go in and that car does go up on the jack, you lose all points for the event. So that's their penalty for no tire change. So you will get a free repair. So if you do get some damage, you do knock the toe out on that thing, you're going to get a chance to get in get that repaired at least one time. So, you've got that going for you. Now, the Lucky Dog, they do use it, but it's controlled by the admins, so it's not running the regular automated iRacing system there. So it is admin approval on the Lucky Dog, and we'll see that in play tonight. So some really, really good, regulations they have in this league here. They've got bogus. Yeah. The admin will clear the bogus black flags if that happens. So, we're going to see a really good race tonight.
Let's talk about those tires, because I did some laps on this last night, and my tires were gone by about lap 30. I felt like I was racing on like those bumper cars at the carnivals that are on grease. The conspiracy theorist in myself is you could come in and actually, if you could sneak a free repair in near the end of the race, you could have a real advantage, wouldn't you think?
Well, sure. I mean, if you could save that, and because you can save it now and use it when you want to use it, yeah, sure, that would be a great strategy. Question is, with the quality of talent that's out here tonight, are you going to get an opportunity to go in on a yellow flag and do that? Are you going to have to do it under green? So, kind of an interesting decision that might come into play. You can make these tires last if you run a smart race and you run that upper groove a little bit. You can do that here. You can make good moves on the outside as long as you're smart about it. Don't get too close to that wall. So that'll be something to look for tonight too. But like I said, if they get to nice long green flag stretch, it's going to be hard to make a decision to go in and get a little bit of repair or get a fresh car if position is at stake.
Now, what's kind of neat about this series is an interesting thing. They don't have qualifying. Why don't you talk a little bit about that? It's based on previous results.
Right. They'll invert the field. The top 8 from the last race.
The results of the last race, I guess, are inverted, right?
The results of the last race are inverted from top 8.
And then it was based on iRating from there on, right?
Right, and then they calculate the iRating exactly, and that fills the rest of the field. Now, I was told we were going to have 25 cars tonight. Right now, I'm only looking at 18 right here in practice, and the checkered flag just went out on practice. So, not really sure here exactly if we're going to have 25, but we do have 18 strong right now that have all taken a time.
They need to get the news out that Soup and Sean are calling the action. Let's get those people out here, boys.
Yeah, and they're gridding up now, Bill.
Now, this will be a rolling start, and I talked to the race officials, and they're going to be able to, the leader, the pole sitter, is going to be able to go as soon as that pace car ducks in, so they don't need to really wait for the green flag to wave. As soon as that pace car gets out of the way, they're good to go.
That leader controls the start here. Pole controls the start, so we're going to see Brad Speidel see what he can do here on the start. You want to start calling out the grid here, Bill?
Yeah, we'll do this row, each one take a row here. At the first row, we have on the pole position is Brad Speidel. Now, he had a qualifying time of 17.9. If I'm looking at where that actually sits, that's about mid-pack, I say. That's not one of the fastest times I see. In fact, it's almost maybe one of the slower times I see. Now, Philip Temples is on the outside of the second row with a qualifying time of 17.7.
Yeah, it's the easy track to make up positions on if you can get that outside line to work.
We have to break it up
Bill,
a little bit. Joe Marks.
See how it shakes.
There we go. We lost a little bit of you there, John. Joe Marks is on the second row, and Donnie Moore is on the outside of the second row. Third row is Michael Holliday, Ronald Henry on the outside. Fourth row is Matt House and Ernest Brown. Fifth row, Roll Jew, our points leader, and Brian Neff. The fifth row is Tim Knott and Ryan Nuss, Kennedy Morris, Dennis Ellis, Tyler Young, Christopher Hensley, Jeff Rudolph, and Brian Young make up the field. Pace car takes them across the back straight. 18 cars here today.
Ready to kick it off right now.
Chug-a-lug, makes you want to holler Heidi-ho. The Bootleg Racing Series is underway. Brad Speidel takes the lead. There's contact for the second position.
Oh, and the stack up there, we get a caution flag already.
Oh, a big pileup. I believe it was started with Ernest Brown is upside down. We got car number 60 smoking. Philip Temples got hit. He was running in second position. Here's the replay. There we see Temples backing it in. Gets collected, so that free repair is going to happen early for a lot of these drivers. Here we're looking at it again. You can see Temples running on the outside there. And it looks like he's going to come in, and that red car, if I can make out that number, tags him and puts Temples into the wall. That might have been Donnie Moore, or maybe Joe Marks, I think, was running in that red car. Yeah, the number 4 car was Joe Marks. And that's who he got into with Temples. So, well, that didn't take long. And we're looking at it one more time here, and you can see the red car of Marks. So a lot of these drivers are going to have to go in and get their free repair right away. I'm listening to Matt House right now.
Yeah, Bill.
Hi, Sean. Welcome back.
No, I think I might have everything sorted out now, but yeah, that was unfortunate for that to come out so quickly there, and but hey, listen, we're gonna get back to racing here, and we get another chance to restart this thing here under green flag and see how far we can go with it. But early on there, we were seeing guys already diving it in there really hard, really close quarters out there when you try and get in there too wide, and you're bumper to bumper. So. Yeah, this is really competitive stuff, man. You gotta really be on point and make sure you're paying attention to that car next to you or in front of you, and even the one behind you.
So Philip Temples, who started on the second row or outside in row 2, is now 1 lap down. Actually, he's 2 laps down. He's probably still waiting for his car. And Ernest Brown, I see, is 3 laps down. So I'm not sure if those guys are trying to get their cars repaired or if they're out. We have 16 cars on the track right now, 8 rows of 2. Brad Speidel in the 76 takes them off for the green flag, followed in by the red number 4 car of Joe Marks. They head safely through turns 1 and 2. Everything looks good so far. That's car number 26 of Donnie Moore in 3rd position, followed by the 75 of Ronald Henry.
Safe here at the back right now. We do have 2 wide coming out of the turn, coming out of 4. These guys are running hard, man, and a couple of them are making it work up top. There is a fast line up there if you know your way around this joint. And so far right now, we got some green flag racing going on, and hard into turn 3 and hard off of turn 4. Just Christopher Hensley making it work.
Hensley and that's Nuss in the car number 13 there, that blue car on the outside. Actually, no, the blue car is, I think it's Nuss. I'm sorry. Whoops, he goes a little wide there. I'm keeping an eye on that blue car. I can't make out his number because the lighting is so bad here. It's hard for me to make that number out on that blue car. Sean, can you see who that is back there?
Well, I was looking at the blue car, Christopher Hensley, the blue and gray machine, the number 63.
Yeah, that one's easy to make out. I'm going to see if I can find it right now. Okay, it's Ryan Nuss in that blue car with the dark numbers. He was on the outside, car number 13. He was trying to make the outside line work. Right now you see him there going side by side with Tyler Young.
Yeah, him and Tyler Young are working together right now here.
They are at the back. Yeah, they're at the back of the pack.
Yeah, they are, and Tyler was trying to get around him on the outside. Didn't have a whole lot of luck there. Not quite been able to pull that move off.
Making his way up now is Dennis Ellis has made his way up as he's climbing up the standings now, up to 9th position with that blue number 7 on top of his top.
So here we go, Bill. We're getting into what we were talking about before the race here, okay? We got guys spreading out a little bit here. Again, it's just over 17 seconds, just under 18 seconds here to get around this thing. You'll find traffic pretty quick. You'll hit the back of the field. We've already got guys a few laps down. Tyler Young almost 8.5 seconds back right now, so the leaders will be coming around to the back of the field here pretty soon, but they're spread out and they're going for some green flag run here. And you know, there are positions to be gained. There are some packs of racing going on, 2 cars, 3 cars throughout the field right now, Bill.
Well, let's go ahead and set the top 10 because we haven't really had a chance to do that. So out in front, and that white car is Brad Speidel. Now running in second position is Joe Marks in the number 4 car, followed by Donnie Moore in the 26 car. Again, another white car is car number 75 of Ronald Henry, and Michael Holloway in that car number 31 running in 5th position. In 6th position is that yellow car. That's going to be easy. He's the only guy in a yellow car out there tonight, and that is Matt Hoos. Running in 7th, Christopher Hensley in car number 63. These guys are comfortably running 65 single file, just trying to get in some laps. Car number 55, Lowell Jewell, our points leader. In 9th position, Dennis Ellis in that car number 7 with the blue 7 on top, easy to see him. And then the top 10, number 60, Brian Neff.
Yeah, Bill, and man, I'll tell you what, there is some really, really good racing going on out here. We're seeing it happen, and it's unfolding right in front of us. This battle up front, 5 cars just locked nose to tail right now, just making their way around and you know, playing nice right now. But I imagine somebody's going to get impatient here pretty quick as we're just about to tick off 20 laps of this 75 lap feature.
And you see them, is that a lap car that's stuck on the outside there, or is that for position? I'm looking at it. It looks as I have to read the number upside down. Looks like car number 76 is Brad Speidel. That's for position there.
Yeah, and Ronald Henry getting the move on him there on the inside in the number 75 machine.
Yeah, look at Speidel caught on the outside trying to get back in line. If he can't get back in line, he's going to lose more positions. That's 31 of Holloway going around him now, and then that yellow car of Matt Hoos.
Yeah, Speidel's dropping like a rock right now, man. He's off pace. I wonder if maybe he caught just a little bit of the fence, knocked the toe out on that right front just a little bit.
Or it might just be a case of not being on the preferred line. It looked like that because he looks like he's holding pretty good pace now that he's back down on the inside. But boy, you get to the outside. They trained him.
Yeah, it does look like he's back in good shape here, so we'll keep an eye on Brad. Christopher Hensley's still making a charge through the field here. He started 16th up to 7th right now, Bill.
Yeah, that's a great run for him. We'll have to keep an eye on him at the number 63 car. Meanwhile, Marks is still out in front, but not by a great distance. He's being pursued by Ronald Henry. We're on board right now with Brad Speidel. Up ahead of him, you can see the yellow car of Matt Hoos. Yellow flag is out.
Toss is out.
There's a blue car slow on the track. That's that blue car we were talking about before that was running in the back of Ryan Nuss. Yeah.
Ryan.
Go ahead.
Sorry, Bill. No, Ryan, looks like Ryan just got, a little bit hot to the throttle there, up into the wall a little bit, coming around, and he just got a little bit out of the groove there, up into the wall, and it shot him down to the inside, and he takes pretty good damage there in that car. He's going to get a chance to get that free repair.
Yeah, I wish I was able to keep track. I'm not sure if he had one on the first incident or not. But he certainly is going to need one there as he hit hard both on the outside and then on the inside. So lap 26, and we have our second yellow flag.
Yeah, and the number 83, Brian Young, was real lucky to avoid that. He was right there in his tracks, man. Really had nowhere to go when that car dove back down into the inside against the fence there when Ryan Nuss hit the fence there.
So our points leader currently sits in 8th position. That's Lowell Jewell. And we're looking here at car number 83 now. Brian Young. Our director's trying to hunt down this on the replay.
Well, hey, while we're waiting there, Ryan Nuss is back out and got his free repair. He's coming out of the pit now. Just got the green light to come out.
I think Joe Marks. I think he was kidding. He was telling Ronald Henry that, Ronald, you got a right front going down. You're going to need to go into the pits. But I don't think Henry bought that story.
And it looks like Ernest Brown's going to get our first lucky dog here tonight.
"14 drivers on the lead lap.
Yeah, Ernest Brown getting that wave around there in the number 8 Frankenstein machine tonight. Pretty hot looking ride there, Bill. It's not quite Halloween, but man, you can never go wrong with Frankenstein.
Oh, that's scary. Dun, 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 dun. There's a little Frankenstein for you old timers.
Oh, jeez. That's digging way back into the catalog there, Bill.
You don't know what kind of entertainment you're going to get on the Global Sim Racing Channel. During a yellow flag, we bring out all the stops.
All right, so here we go. We're going to reset this thing and go again, man. We're 30 laps into this thing. Man, we're closing in on the halfway point here pretty quickly.
Pace car brings him around, ducks down inside. Joe Marks is going to set the pace. That red number 4 jumps out in front. Ronald Henry on the outside going to try to duck into second place, but I think Donnie Moore says, nope, I'm going to keep that position. He's keeping Henry on the outside. Henry has a little momentum. Doesn't have him cleared yet. Yes, he does. Even without a spotter, he dives down in. Nice battle for 4th and 5th. Holiday and Hoos. Hoos in that yellow car on the inside, the car number 21.
Man, for Fast and Furious here at the back of the field, man, these guys were almost 3 wide there for a moment. Several of them still running 2 wide.
Oh, we got a big crash up front. Big crash in the lead. Cars are turned over. Henry is smoking. Our leader is smoking. Marks was involved in it. More involved in it. Matt Hoos is crabbing around in that yellow car. All the leaders caught up.
You know, it looked like we just had a little bit of contact between the 75 and the 4 there, and Ronald Henry and Joe Marks just getting into it a little bit, coming off the turn. They were just close, man. I don't think there was anything wrong there, and apologies are being thrown around. I think everybody's okay with it. But, man, everybody behind him got collected on that, Bill.
Yeah, it's actually too many to count. It's much easier to say who wasn't involved in this crash. And I believe it's safe to say that Donnie Moore managed to get away without any damage. And maybe Hensley.
Yeah, Holloway got damaged. There's just a bunch of cars down there involved in that. And, of course, not to mention the damage to the 75.
Our director has it again. The top 2 cars, it looks like the blue car and the car in 3rd place got underneath, and then everybody, I'm looking at the entire field caught up in that one. I don't see one car that got away without damage except for the drivers maybe in 3rd and 4th at the time. Oh my goodness.
There's just nowhere to go there, Bill. There really isn't, man. You're coming off that turn and you're throwing down the power, man. And you got all the momentum, and then all of a sudden everybody stops in front of you. What do you do,
Well, that's a season worth of excitement for my road racing experience. I mean, that was Daytona-like.
It really was, but I believe most of these guys still all have their free repair. But right now, we've got half the field almost a lap down.
Well, we're reaching the halfway point right now. 38, if I do my math 38 times 2 is 76, so I think we're at the halfway point.
We're there.
We'll see how this sorts out. The pits have not been open yet, right? So I don't believe anybody's been in.
Yeah, that's correct.
Looks like they're all able to limp these things around.
They're still trying to sort everything out here.
We have 10 cars on the lead lap right now is what I'm showing on my iRacing timing and scoring. Still trying to figure out where we are here. I can tell you this much: Christopher Hensley.
They're lining up. They're lining up right now, double file. We're getting ready to go back to some racing.
We're on board with Brad Speidel running in third position now. You see him inside of row 2. Pace car ducks in. You can see through Speidel's net. It's Hensley and Moore go 1-2.
Oh, we got a car.
Another yellow flag. Looking for who that was.
Yeah, I'm coming in on it right now. That was the, looks like that was the number 21 machine there, getting out of shape. Matt Hoos having a little trouble there coming off the turn. Came down inside and hit that inside barrier really hard.
We're watching it on replay right now. Now, there's a whoops, he drops out there. We have him on the screen right now. And he's right behind. You know, I don't know if he actually got touched by anybody. I think he just looped it. He might have got into the back of the car in front of him that made him loose.
You know what? I said he hit the barrier. You know what? Looking at that a second time, he didn't hit that barrier at all. In fact, don't think he had much contact there.
No, I think he did a nice 360, a little Danny Sullivan, and he's ready to go.
He certainly got those tires heated up.
Okay, we'll set it again at the top. In that blue car, number 63 is Christopher Hensley. Donnie Moore is in 26. He's in your second position, going to be on the outside of the front row. Dennis Ellis is on the inside of the second row when we go, and then Brad Speidel, who was in third position at that start, now going to be one position back in fourth. Brian Neff in fifth. And our points leader, Lowell Jewell, managing to stay out there in car number 55, running in sixth spot. I think this is a good time to give a little tip of the hat to Christopher Hensley, who was the super late model champion for the Bootleg Racing Series and the Crooked Steel Late Model Series. Congratulations to him. He won that championship just before this race.
Yeah, Chris is quite a runner in this series here in this league, and yeah, he's racking up the hardware left and right, and right now showing his way through this field, starting all the way back there in 16th. He's on point now.
Looks like we have one more lap of yellow to go here, and we're giving a wave around. And that's Brian Young in car number 83 is going to get the wave around. He was the first car one lap down, so he's going to sort into 11th position, and that's going to give us 11 cars on the lead lap.
Okay, so being down a lap, that's not a big deal here, okay? Because, you know, we could get another caution real quick, and then all of a sudden you find yourself lucky dog, okay? So Matt Hoos getting another wave around here, getting himself back on the lead lap.
Yep, and they're going to go, I think we're going to go green flag this time as they're lined up. Hensley in that blue 63 car on the inside starts him off. And he's going to dive into the corner in first place again. Donnie Moore's going to fall down into second position there. Dennis Ellis in that black 7 car going to fall into third place. And Brad Speidel going to be on the outside trying for fourth. Has a little momentum now. Is he going to try to get up to third? I don't think so. Brian Neff in the 60 car on the inside. It's going to be tight. They're backing up. They're accordion. There's banging. There's bumping, but they all still keep it straight. We almost lost Tim Knott there as he almost got sideways, but he kept it. On the outside, losing positions, is the 76 car of Brad Speidel. You don't want to be stuck on the outside. You just can't get going out there. That's
Really?
Go ahead.
I was going to say, really frantic here in the back of the field. Matt Hoos trying to make his way back up through the field after starting third, all the way back to 13th right now, a lap down. But he's working. He's trying to get back up there. He's battling these cars in front of him and behind him. He's got the number 4 machine and Joe Marks in front of him, who's a few laps down, and he's trying to get around him right now, and he's trying to fend off a charge from Ernest Brown right behind him. Matt Hoos, though, trying to get back up to the front.
Oh my goodness, it's a pinata full of bees back there in the back of the pack there. Hoos in that yellow car really has nowhere to go. Meanwhile, up in front, it's still Hensley, Moore, and Ellis running 1, 2, 3.
You know, Brian Neff had some trouble there. I think that's who you were talking about, Bill. Brian Neff had some trouble there getting off the turn and almost lost it, but was able to keep that car under control, hold on to his 9th place spot. And right now he is tracking on the number 21 of Matt Hoos.
Let's go ahead and look at 4th and 5th position here. It's Lowell Jewell and Ronald Henry in a nice little battle. We haven't spent much time on Lowell Jewell. He is our points leader right now, comfortably running in 4th position. He's got Ronald Henry stalking him. Lowell Jewell playing the role of the moonshiner and Ronald Henry being the role of the revenue man there. Henry stalking him like Jewell has a trunk full of moonshine.
That's great, Bill. Well, I'll tell you what, man. We are almost here with just about to be 20 laps to go in this race, and anything can happen right now. Hensley's not that far ahead. Donnie Moore is tracking him right now. Dennis Ellis just behind him, and Lowell Jewell, we were just talking about, the number 55 machine, just a little less than a second behind Hensley. Anything can happen in this race right now. All it takes is one little mistake by somebody in front of you, and we've already seen what can happen to the rest of the field when that happens, Bill.
With 20 laps to go now, I think we'll stay ahead and focus the most we can here on the leaders here. So these laps are going to run down really fast. As we're going lap 55 now. Hensley in that blue car, Moore in the white car, number 26. Dennis Ellis in the 7th car. We're on board with Hensley, looking out the back. That's Donnie Moore saying, hello. Donnie Moore in that white and orange car. Hensley, our leader. And my rods and cones that I blame on my parents, my bad rods and cones, my director tells me that Donnie Moore is white and green.
Man, Brad Speidel, I'm sorry. Brad Speidel is back here trying to fend off a charge from Brian Neff in the number 60 machine. Brian was trying to get him on the outside, couldn't make it work. They were running side by side for about 3 laps there, Bill. Pretty exciting stuff, but right now, Brian Neff's decided to just kind of pack in behind him, follow him for a few laps here, and probably set him up to make a move. Might even put the chrome horn to him to do it.
Up front is still Hensley, Moore, Ellis, and Henry.
Bill, do you know what the chrome horn is?
I do know what the chrome horn is, and I approve of the chrome horn when it's used gently.
Well, I expect we'll see it flash at some point this evening.
That's the old Dale Earnhardt. I didn't mean to spin him out. Meanwhile, Hensley and Moore. Oh my goodness. Hensley hugging that inside, denying Moore, not letting him get down in. Moore trying to get a drive off the corner. Moore dives it in deep, but he can't get the bite off the corner to get the lead. That's 63 car. In the lead, you can see Moore diving it in, but then he loses momentum on corner exit and Hensley pulls away.
Man, Henry and Ellis are just right behind us here. You know, they're watching and they're waiting. They're sitting in a really, really good spot to pull something off here with just one little mistake. We had a car to the inside there that was slow.
Lowell Jewell, our points leader, currently running in 6th position. I think that's all he needs to do. Again, Moore dives it in. Hensley gets the better corner exit. Sitting back, licking their chops is the 7 car of Dennis Ellis, waiting for something to happen. There's no room for him to go. And right behind him, Ronald Henry. It's a 4-car lead.
That was the number 83 car, Brian Young, that was off the track and on the inside there on the backstretch.
On board now with Dennis Ellis as we looked out the back. Now we're looking at right there, that black car with the bright blue number 7. Henry trying to make a move on the outside for 3rd position. See if he can make the outside lane work. That doesn't seem to be doing it. 10 laps to go. Christopher Hensley still up in front. Donnie Moore stalking him. Looking for one mistake. Making Hensley use up that rubber. Hensley keeping it on the yellow line. I think the fastest car of all, maybe Ellis in 3rd place, but he just can't get it going.
Henry looked like he caught a little bit of fence, but I think he's okay. He's still in this fight. Coming
Lap
up on
traffic up ahead.
here.
That's Tyler Young. Let's see if Tyler is going to stay to the outside. And he does. 1 car by. He's going to let 2 cars by. Stay on the outside there, Tyler. 3, and they're all going to get by right now. 4 cars safely. And now joining the battle, 5 back. I think he has too far to go. Too little, too late. Got a long way to go and a short time to get there is Tim Knott. Quote a little Smokey in the band to get that out of the way. Hensley still in the lead. And now we have a pass for 2nd place. That Ellis has got underneath Moore. Ellis in the black car with the blue number 7 has taken over 2nd position. Moore stuck on the outside, trying to get back inside Henry. Ronald Henry in the 75 doesn't want to let Moore in the 26. Moore is into the wall. No yellow flag. Henry, car number 75, now taking over 3rd position. Moore not giving it up. He's been in the wall, but he's still hanging on. 4 laps to go. They're still side by side for 3rd position. Meanwhile, up in front, Hensley has the lead. Dennis Ellis closing about 3 car lengths back with 3 laps to go. Hensley and Ellis running 1-2. That battle for 3rd and 4th has settled down. Car number 75, Henry is taking over 3rd, and Moore locks into 4th. Tim Knott running in 5th position. Hensley still out in front with Ellis chasing in 2nd. Ellis giving him everything he can, driving it in deep, but he can't get the corner exit. Hensley smooth as blended whiskey. Ellis in that black number 7 car can't get anything done. They come around. This is going to be lap 75. Will Ellis going to force it? Will he force the issue? There's only 4 corners to go. Ellis dives it in deep. No, he can't get there. Hensley gets a great corner exit. Ellis is going to have to make it happen now. He dives it with all he got. He's not going to get there. He can't get to him. And winning the season finale is Christopher Hensley in the car number 63 of Bootleg Racing Series. Congratulations to Christopher Hensley. 2nd place to Dennis Ellis. 3rd place to Ronald Henry. 4th place to Donnie Moore. Tim Knott picks up 5th place. I think Lowell Jewell came in 6th place, and that should be enough for him to lock up the championship in car number 55. Ryan Nuss finishing 7th. Woo!
What a race. What a call there, Bill. Man, that was an exciting finish. Dennis Ellis doing everything he could, using up that machine just as much as he could, trying to get there to Hensley's door and get inside it. But Christopher Hensley would not be denied tonight. He knew exactly where he needed to be, and he saw that checkered flag coming, and he was not giving that spot up at all. Congratulations to our winner, Christopher Hensley, tonight. What a race.
Yeah, after a little Yellow Flag Fest there. They went quite a distance there at the end with nice and clean as we got in. Quite a good race at the end. So congratulations. We're going to go to break right now. While we're at break, make sure you watch the slideshow to see what races are coming up on GSRC. We'll be back with interviews, standings, and of course, you don't want to miss the sponsor plugs at the end. That's the best part of the show. We'll be back in just a few. Okay, we are back from Global Sim Racing Channel's broadcast of the Bootleg Racing League. We just had an exciting event, a voice graveling event, and let's go ahead and run through these final standings here. Our race winner today, Christopher Hensley, held off a valiant diving effort of Dennis Ellis for second place. Third place, Ronald Henry. Fourth place, Donnie Moore. Rounding out the top 5 was Tim Knott. Lowell Jewell finished 6th, and we believe he is our champion. Ryan Nuss was 7th. Brian Neff finished in 8th position. In 9th was Brad Speidel. He started on the pole but ran into some trouble. And in the top 10 was Jeff Rudolph. Sean?
Yeah, and then we had Matt Hoos finishing tight, number 21 Machine finishing in 11th. Michael Holloway in a number 31 finishing 12th. Ernest Brown in a number 8 finishing 13th tonight, a couple laps down. Joe Marks in a number 4 finishing 14th, 4 laps down tonight. Tyler Young in a number 34 finishes 15th tonight. Brian Young in number 83, we saw him have a little bit of luck, and we also saw him have a little bit of trouble tonight. Tough night for Brian, finishes 16th tonight. In the number 19, Philip Temples didn't really get off to much of a good start here with this race and finishes 17th place tonight. Kenny Morris, one of those people that was involved in one of the early cautions tonight, finishes out the field in 18th place in the 05 Machine.
Okay, we're going to go to interviews now, and I think we have Ronald Henry in there. Ronald, this is Soup. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can. Thank you.
Congratulations, Ronald. Third place. Exciting race. Boy, you get caught on the outside line and outside lane, and they train you, don't they?
Oh, yeah, you really have to be careful. Yep.
Okay, well, let's talk about it. We had a bit of a yellow flag there in the beginning. It was a bit of a... Did you get caught up in any of that mess?
No, only on the one on lap 33.
The big one?
Yeah, the big one. I'm still not sure if it's my fault or not. I have to go watch the replay. I don't know if I slid up. I thought I gave him enough room to slide up against the wall coming out of the corner, but hey, I don't know.
So you went in. You got your car there, and then you were. Am I correct? You were running at second for a while, weren't you?
Yeah, I was chasing the Joe down. That's the move I made on all the guys coming out of corner 4 down low, and tried the same thing on Joe, and then we touched, and I'm sorry to the whole field there. I apologize. Well,
third place. It was a really exciting race. It was a nice finish at the end. You guys were all clean all the way for the last 20 laps. A great battle up front. What do you think? Maybe the last question I guess I want to ask you then, and I'll ask the same of all the other drivers. How were your tires at the end?
They were still pretty good. I don't know how come, but I always manage to save my tires, and I can put my car pretty much anywhere I want. And if there would have, I wish there was 24 more laps.
Well, congratulations on third place, and Sean, I pronounced that wrong. I was going to told myself I'm going to pronounce them TARS for this event. TARS. They're TARS, not tires. So thank you. Good luck to you, Ronald, and we'll see you next season.
All right. Thank you very much. And I just want to say congratulations to Lowell on his championship. He works really hard to put all these races together on the Saturday nights. I really appreciate what he does, and these guys are a great bunch of guys, and anyone should join. Anyone should try to join the Bootleg Racing League.
It is a great league, and thanks for that. Okay, Sean, I think we have up now our race winner, and Christopher Hensley.
Man, we certainly do. We are down here in Victory Lane at New Smyrna Speedway in sunny Florida here this evening, let me say, in sunny Florida. But I'm down here with Christopher Hensley, driver of the number 63 BMW Teamsters machine. Christopher, congratulations. How you feeling, buddy?
Oh, pretty pumped up, pretty excited about it. Man, that was a run, let me tell you.
Yeah, Ellis had a little something to give you there at the end, didn't he?
Yeah, I wasn't the fastest car. I was pretty decent. Got lucky, definitely got lucky. Those guys were wrecking in front of me and somehow scooted right through. And I tell you what, I know I wasn't the fastest car. Them guys were all over me, but I ended up pulling it off. Pretty excited about it.
Yeah, you really did. I mean, those closing laps right there, you were just really getting that thing down in tight there in the corners and really getting the power off the turns. Tell us about the SK Modified. What's it like getting off the turns here at a track like New Smyrna?
Oh, I'm not. I'm better in the super lates than this car. They just drive better for me. But tonight I was rolling pretty good, and it was coming off the turn. I would go a little slower on entry through the center so I could get the speed off. And I think that's probably what won me the race. Wasn't letting them guys get to the inside of me, and I really think that's what helped me win it, and just staying smooth. I was pretty nervous those last 10 laps. They had my heart pounding, that's for sure.
Well, to make your way up all the way through the field from 16th place here, when you only have 18 cars starting, pretty impressive performance tonight. I know you probably got a couple people you want to thank. Please go for it right now.
Well, I want to thank my wife for letting me do this and supporting me, and thank the BMW Teamsters there. Definitely on the car, and man, just awesome. I thank Lowell for having this league and setting this up to be broadcasted. What an excellent night, and it was fun and cool. I really enjoy racing with this league. All the guys are great, and it's really good, really awesome.
Well, did you have any of your Teamster brothers watching tonight?
No, I don't believe they were. Not tonight. Maybe starting next season I can get a few hooked up and watching, but definitely will.
Well, we certainly hope to have you here back on GSRC, but hey, real quickly, I'm just thinking about the legendary SK division. When did you first start racing in the SKs?
When these guys started it, I had never even drove this car at all. It's got to be, I don't know, probably 8 months ago. They opened up the league for the SKs, and that's when I started, and I've never even drove them until then, to be honest.
Really? Now, you said you're better in the super late, but you find yourself maybe getting addicted to the SK? I mean, how do you like it compared to some of the other cars that you run on iRacing?
I definitely like it. I just like the SKs. I think they can just kind of fit my driving style a little better. I feel a little more comfortable in the car, but everything you gotta figure out. I mean, every car seems like that drives different on here, and you just gotta figure it out. And maybe I just haven't quite figured this one out perfect, but tonight it worked for me, so I can't complain.
All right, so next season we got a championship for you then, right?
I don't know. We'll see.
All right, hey man, thanks for coming on up into the booth. You enjoy that victory celebration this evening, sir. It is Saturday night, so you can do whatever you want, sir. Party like nobody's looking, okay?
Yeah, I think I'll knock me down a few cold ones and really enjoy this one. And definitely, thanks for having me. You guys take it easy.
All right, Christopher, we certainly approve. Bill, great victory celebration there for Christopher Hensley. What a night. New Smyrna Speedway, the action is always hot. Nothing hotter than the modified division, though, man. The legendary modified division. It's really where racing started in the Northeast and down the entire East Coast, and New Smyrna has been around just as long as any of them.
I can tell you you do have a soft spot for it, don't you?
I really do. I
can tell.
I got to go there as a kid. We used to go down to Daytona for speed weeks. My father was a race car driver, and New Smyrna was always on the schedule. So, yeah, a lot of fun there as a kid.
That's what racing's all about. Hey, next up we have our league champion, Lowell Jewell. Lowell, do you hear me?
I hear you just fine, Soup.
Hey, it warms the cockles of my heart and all the adjacent giblets to see you, first of all, win the championship and then put on such a great series that all the guys seem to really appreciate.
Well, thank you. It's been a long time since we've captured a championship of any sort.
Well, it was with well, first of all, let me ask you about your race. I'm assuming after the big one, you had to go in and get a free repair. Is that correct?
No, I never saw pit road tonight.
You managed to get away from that mess about midway through. It was hard to. There were probably only 2 or 3 drivers that managed to get away. Did you get tagged in it, or were you just lucky to avoid everything?
No, I got tagged on the right front. I was a little concerned about it, but I just didn't want to lose what I'd gained by making it through there.
Yeah, you did not want to get back into the mess because who knows what goes on back there. Well, by my calculations, you are the series champion, so congratulations on that. Let me ask you about this point system. 10 points for first. This kind of reminds me of soccer for the little kids, where everyone gets an orange slice. It's 10 points for first, and then 9 points for second, third, fourth, and fifth. Is that something unique to bootleg racing, or is that something that I'm just not aware about in real world racing?
I'm pretty sure that was my idea. I have a lot of time on my hands some days, and the whole goal here was to help keep the points close throughout an entire season.
And it awards people coming in and finishing the races. So that was really, really, let me tell you, I thought it was a great event. I thought the driving was very good. There's always got to be some action up front. So the yellow flags are okay. But when it really came down to the important part, I thought the guys behaved well and put a great show on the last 25, 30 laps.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun racing. I could have used one more caution, though.
I don't know. I don't know if you had enough to get. I think you probably slotted sixth place. Seemed like a good position for you. You thought you had more in you?
No, I just I'd like to have stacked them up one more time and give it a shot.
See, you have 2 wins under your belt. You're just looking for that third win of the season as well. Hey, well, let's talk about the future here. I know that we're trying to work out a deal with GSRC to have you guys do some broadcasting next season. We sure would love it. So if there's anything we can do to help you out on that, it'd be great, because this is one great series, and I think we'd make a good team.
Well, thanks for that. We are so close. I mean, we're very close. Yeah. I'm almost close enough to call it a done deal for next season, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, you and I both go back to the Blondie series, where actually you were racing for a while, and we can both put on our series managers caps, and it's tough, isn't it? You're looking, it's a lot of work. People don't realize the hours that actually go involved in running stuff like this, do they?
It's work. It's not hard work. It's just time consuming.
It isn't. It is just time consuming. Well, Lowell, congratulations. I thought it was a great event. I think it was a good broadcast, and we're really looking forward on doing more stuff with Bootleg Racing.
I appreciate y'all having us. Appreciate y'all doing this race tonight.
Thanks, Lowell. Okay, Sean, I think that'll wrap it up here. Any last thoughts quickly before we close up the toolbox?
Bill, my last thought is I can't wait for the next race. Where are we going? We going to Martinsville? We're going to go up to Dover? We're going to go to Stafford? Anyone will work. As far as I'm concerned, can we come back here to New Smyrna under the lights? Albeit not the best lights in the world, but they're lights nonetheless. And these cars are sure exciting under them. So, yeah, I can't wait till the next race, man. Can't wait to get back out here with you guys, Lowell.
Okay. It is. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Martinsville. Just so you'll know, you guessed it correctly.
And what cars are we racing?
We'll be doing this same series.
Oh, that's great, because these cars are great. These are outstanding. So can't wait to look forward to that. That's going to be great. Thanks, Lowell.
Yeah, nothing like getting around Marty in a modified, man. They've been doing that for a little over 60 years at that joint.
Okay, well, let's close up the toy box now here, and we'd like to thank a few people quickly. I want you all to pay attention to this, because this is a sponsor.
Oh, that's great.
These cars are great. These events, so don't be turning off your internet. Can't wait to look forward to that. That's going to be great. We have ways of checking, and we'll be sending you emails if you're not listening to this. Everybody at Bootleg Racing, we'd like to thank. We had a great time covering the action, and we look forward to broadcasting more BRL events in the future. Thanks to the company and equipment and softwares that we use for this broadcast, stuff like iRacing.com, XSplit, Twitch TV, Audio Technica, Behringer, Aver Media, and I personally like to thank the company that makes my Bubba keg. It's like 108-ounce thermalized coldness of liquid. Oh, it's good. Keeps my voice working. A special thanks to Eric Elcom, who provides us with the music that we play here on GSRC. And it's not only here, but also TV commercials, movie trailers, iTunes, Spotify. And if you like our music, tell Eric where you heard it on Twitter at Eric Ekholm. Additional thanks to Casey Lalonde, who also provides us with music for our broadcast. You can find out more of his music at caseylalonde.bandcamp.com. I've been to bandcamp.com. It's very cool. You should guys all go there. Thanks to my mic mate, Sean Ambrose, our director, Giancarlo Lenzi, And of course, Douglas Beard, who provides us with all the camera locations. We'd also like to, if you'd like to find out more about GSRC, you can find it at globalsimracingchannel.com using, along with archive races and race highlights. We're also on Twitter at GSRC Channel and Facebook at Global Sim Racing Channel. There's kind of a theme there. Everything seems to be Global Sim Racing. See, get that? Next up for Global Sim Racing Channel is the Champion Motorsports Series, Season 2, Race 4 from Monza. And that's going to be on April 1st. No fooling. That's on April 1st. Get it? Wednesday, 6:15 Pacific time, because when I rule the world, everything will be used Pacific time. Don't forget to send your comments and support for the yet-to-be green-lighted series, GSRC, the proposed series of Global Sim Racing Channel broadcast great events in history. You won't want to miss Episode 2, where Samuel Ryman, in a hushed golf announcer's voice, does play-by-play as the Trojans wheel in this giant horse filled with angry Spartans inside the city walls. That's something you won't want to miss. I want to see that, so make sure you let them know that's something you'd like to see on the air. And now that we've done all the housekeeping, it's time for me to say, have fun storming the castle. So until next time, race clean, race hard, or race hard and race clean. Well, whatever you do them in one order or the other. Really doesn't matter. And we'll see you on the track.